As we've been progressing through our study of statistics, we've dealt with several different types of random variables and many different types of parameters that are used to describe those random variables. We've had population parameters and we've had sample parameters. And since this chapter, chapter 5, we're going to be dealing with sampling distributions, we're going to just do a brief review of what the different parameters that we have and what those mean. So we have our population parameters, which are almost exclusively Greek letters. And those are just numerically descriptive measures of a population. So in order to be able to accurately give one of those values, you need to measure the entire population and use that to create your statistical value. We also have sample statistics, which is just a numerical descriptive measure of a sample. So meaning that if our entire population is 100 people and we have a sample of 10, we can use our sample statistic to describe that sample. So for our different parameters, for our mean, we have mu, the Greek letter mu, which is describing the mean. And then for our sample statistic, we have our x bar. So for the population, we would describe the mean of the population with the mu, and we would describe the mean of a sample with that x bar value. For the median, we have the population parameter of eta, which looks like a funny shaped n. And then for our sample statistic for the median, we have just an m value. For our variance, we have sigma squared, so the Greek letter sigma, and that value squared. And then for the sample statistic, we have just s squared. A standard deviation, since it's the square root of variance, for our standard deviation parameter, or population parameter, we just have sigma. And then for our sample statistic, we just have our s value. And then finally, for our binomial proportion, for our population parameter, we have p. So this is the only time that we have an actual English letter as opposed to a Greek letter. And then for our sample statistic, we have p with a little hat over the top of it. So those are different parameters, and we're going to be using those throughout our 5th chapter that we're studying in this class.